Hi everybody, Martha here. Um, I don't know if I'm going to see this movie or not. I seriously doubt it. The remake of Pet Sematary, but since I did watch the original Pet Sematary as a kid, never watched it since. I thought I ought to give a review on it. Um, but I'll try my best to remember it. But as you guys know, I'm not really a horror movie person. I don't mind watching people review them, but watching them are different. And any movie that scared me as a kid that's a horror movie, I try my best to avoid them. But I will. I haven't watched Jaws since I was a kid. But I don't know. I'm okay with Jurassic Park. But and the remake of The Mummy. Those two movies are okay with me, but I don't know. Other horror movies that are considered horror movies are different with me. I haven't seen this movie since I was a kid. This original Pet Sematary. So what I can remember is it begins with them like showing the cemetery, the one that doesn't bring pets back to life. They just have a bunch of where all the pets are being buried, and they show like a bunch of the gravestones. And then the family moves in to their new home, which is in Maine. Stephen King, what's with you in Maine? Is that because it's where you're born or you live? And apparently he made this because one of his I guess his son died. It was gonna die, almost got hit by a car, and this was like what if scenario. In case, I guess, I don't know. I have not read any Stephen King books. In pretty much the entire book, it got spoiled to me. So I probably never will read any of them. They're not my type of book. The only reason I watched these movies as a kid because my sister watched them and I watched them with them. But back to the synopsis. The family moves into the new home. The daughter, since I have to look up. Make it I'm the page up. So got that. So I think the daughter's name is Ellie, because she's the one that looks the youngest here. On here, so the boy's name is Lewis. The wife's name is Rachel, and no, Lewis is the dad. Gus is the kid, and Ellie's the sister. And Sully, since you're in here, you want to say what the cat's name is?
Winston Churchill. Church for short.
I don't get it. How does this little girl, Ellie, know who Winston Churchill is at her age? I didn't know who Winston Churchill at her age. I know who he is now. So you know who Winston Churchill is?
No, who was he?
He was... He helped out the Queen, and he was like ambassador for America.
So he knew Queen Elizabeth then.
Yep.
Where's the real Winston Churchill?
He's dead.
So you're pretty much telling me that the cat is named after a guy in history that the daughter probably has no idea. Somebody tells me the mom and dad named that cat, not the kid. Because the kid probably has no idea who Winston Churchill is. I mean, my name makes sense. I named after a big blue guy, and a chemical. But you do both those things when you need me.
Yep. Still. So, Ellie falls down on Ellie's swinging on a tire swing, and she falls down. And while the 3-year-old kid, Gus Gage. I'm sorry if I'm saying the names wrong. It's been so long since I've seen this movie. I'm trying my best to remember how to pronounce them. But he runs towards the road because there's a bunch of semis that go across this road. But Judd saves him just a nick of time. And Judd tells him about stuff and takes him over to the cemetery. The Pet Sematary. If any guy ever takes you to a pet cemetery, to any cemetery when they first meet you, stay away from that guy. Okay? Alright? Because Churchill's not even gotten fixed yet. Church hasn't not even gotten fixed yet, and he's already they're already taking him to cemeteries.
I've never been at a cemetery. Never been. Never.
So after that, the wife and his wife, Lewis's wife and kids go on vacation, but back to go see her dad to see Rachel's parents. But then while Lewis is at work because he's a doctor, poor guy named Victor Pascal gets hit by a semi, and but there's no way of saving him because his brain's hanging out. The semi really got him good. But he wakes up and tells him, "Don't go near the grave." Then Lewis has a dream, and Pascal takes him to where the other beyond it. And after that dream, he realizes that he really went there because when he takes the blankets off, his feet are dirty. So he actually went to the grave. So it wasn't a dream after all. Then they take Church to go get fixed. You remember that day, Sully. You hate to get fixed, didn't you?
It sucked. Getting fixed sucks. Why do we have to get fixed, Martha? Why do us animals have to get fixed?
There's too many animals out there, that's why.
It sucks, though. I get knocked out. I act like I'm drunk half the day. And then I can no longer have... Then they cut off my things. It sucks. And afterwards, I spend the rest of my life being lazy and sleepy. Never want to do anything. Barely want to play with you. Fixing your cat makes them a lazy bum. Don't do it.
Well, there's too many cats out there, so we have to do it.
Darn! I don't like it.
But then, so that's when Rachel takes Ellie and Gage to see their parents. That's when they go. So while they're gone, it's up to Lewis to feed Church and be a good and take good care of Church so he would stays alive and stuff like that. But this is where you should leave your cat inside when you leave near a road. Any type of road. It's not bad semis, regular cars, or anything like that. Keep your cat inside. Because that otherwise they end up being killed. They can end up being roadkill. I mean, Sully was once an outdoor cat, but he was not near. When he was an outdoor kitty, he was in a place where there's not much driving. He was in the middle of nowhere. And he's one of the few cats that was able to come here and retire and be an indoor kitty for the rest of his life. So he does not like what happens to Church here.
I don't like the fact that Winston Churchill turned into roadkill. This is why I'm happy I'm an outdoor kitty. I'm never going outside ever again. Never. I'm retired and I stay inside.
So after Church dies, Judd suggests to Lewis to bury poor Church in the Nick burial ground, which is a Native American cemetery. Which I heard they're not going to be doing that in the remake. I guess it was too disrespectful to Indians, which I don't blame them at all. Okay, how would you like if they disrespected any other group of people, like Christian burial ground or stuff like that? So, kind of makes sense that they would change it in this movie, in the remake. But anyway, after they bury Church comes back to life the very next day, and he's mean to Lewis. Like drops dead mice, and when he's taking a bath, scratches him, and that's when the family comes back. And I guess I'm not sure. Trying to remember, do they notice that Church acts different? I just think the only one that really notices is Judd and Lewis. Then their housekeeper, she dies too. She thinks she has like stomach cancer, so she ends up hanging herself, and so they have a funeral for her afterwards. But they don't bury her and put her into the cemetery. But Stephen King is the priest, and at that funeral, which is weird, because we know how much he likes religion, and then they make he picks to be the priest. Very funny. So after that, the most saddest part in this movie is when Gage ends up being the one that dies next. He walks onto the road and he gets hit by a semi. And at the funeral, Rachel's dad gets mad. Lewis and hits him, and he like makes the coffin knock over. So after that funeral, Rachel and Ellie both go and see her parents again to like help like mourn the loss. And Ellie's like asking her dad to come with us because I guess she's kind of like Danny in a way. She's kind of psychic-y, just like Danny from The Shining. And she can like see the future, so it's like he can or talk to spirits like he can't, like he could. she knows what's happened. She knew Church was gonna die, so and I think she knew that Gage is gonna die, so she knows what's gonna happen next. She doesn't want her dad to stay by himself because he knows that he might take Gage and take him up to the cemetery and bury him. So, but Lewis says, "No, I'm gonna stay here," but he still does it. And Judd tries to stay up all night trying to do it, but apparently the monster that controls them makes things come back to life. The Wendigo makes Judd go to sleep, so he doesn't stop Lewis from burying him. And while all this is going on, Pascal is like trying to warn Lewis not to do it, but he won't listen to him because Pascal's a ghost in this pretty much. During this whole entire time, and he's like talking to Lewis and stuff like that. And when he buries Gus, Gage at the Nickrack Burial Ground, and he gets come back to life the very next day, and him and Church team up, and they both kill Judd in a very gruesome way. He like cuts his uses like one of those little knives that to cut Judd's leg right here, and his like ankle, make him fall down. But Church was distracting him, so he would not. So Gus can do that, and then he cuts his mouth, and then he bites into him. Into his neck, and that's how Judd dies. And while this is happening, Rachel's coming back home because apparently Ellie was able to convince somebody to go back and stop Lewis from doing anything else, but the entire time Paxal's trying to make sure she gets there faster, but the Wendigo makes sure where she's slowed down every single moment. So by the time she gets there, Gage looks like Rachel's dead sister, and that's how and he even dressed like her, had wearing the same clothes from her picture that was at her old home. And then that's when that's when he kills Rachel. And Lewis that's when the next day Lewis gets phone call from Gage, how did a little 3-year-old learn how to use a phone? I guess having a ghost possessing you makes you learn how to use a phone, even when you're 3 years old. So that's when he kills Church by using steak to bait him. I can get why he kills Gage, because Gage has already done things, but why kill Church?
All I did was scare you. Okay, I did not kill anybody. Maybe I insisted that little 3-year-old, but Church didn't kill anybody. No, he did not. I would have come for that steak, though. Who doesn't love a good steak? What cat doesn't love a good steak? Yummy steak. My mouth is watering just thinking about it. But I don't like this movie. Nobody's safe. Not kids. Not cats. Not old men. Not girls. Not even the dad. So after the dad kills Gage, you see morphine on him.
So he brings back Rachel, even though Pascal's telling him no. Just because she just died a couple minutes ago does not mean it won't work. And Rachel comes back and kills him. So I know this movie scared me when I was a kid, but and that's why I don't want to watch it again. Can't believe I remembered it so well. Probably because I've been watching a bunch of people do reviews recently of it. That's why I remembered it so well still. So, do I like this movie? I mean, the actors in it, like, the guy who plays Lewis doesn't do very well. He doesn't emote very well. The movie is alright, I guess. But, remember, I don't like horror movies, so I don't know if I never liked it. Because I don't like the concept of it. Of everything, like, having to die twice and come back like a zombie or whatever. But they're smarter than zombie because they actually talk and trick people into dying. So, do I like this movie? Oh, I don't know. I don't think I do. I'm trying my best to be nice to people who like horror movies, so I guess I'll give it a 6 out of 10. I mean, I like the original It better because probably Tim Curry's in it. What do you give it, Sully?
I don't want to score this movie. It's mean. I don't like it. So I'm not going to score it. You hear me? Too many things. I don't like when things die like this.
It's okay, Sully. You don't have to score it.
Thank you. I didn't watch it anyway. Mark didn't have me back then.
So, like, favorite, and subscribe, guys.
Bye-bye.
Go and see the remake if you want to. But I don't really care when they make horror movies. As long as they leave my Disney movies alone. So, bye.